For the last 3 years, X Games Japan has found a home in Chiba. Here in 2025, we move to the heart of the Osaka Prefecture, the capital city of the Osaka Prefecture. This is X Games Osaka 2025. So we find ourselves here inside the Kyocera Dome. So we get set to bring you BMX Flatland. It's the return of Flatland here to X Games Japan. Welcome everyone, Jimmy Coleman here alongside Scotty Kramer, and well, this one is a bit of a battle here. Flatland, it took a long hiatus from the X Games. You have to go back quite a ways to Los Angeles, the last time we saw Flatland in the mix here, the X Games, and then we brought it back for X Games Chiba. We break these guys up into 3 heats, and well, this one's a little bit of a different format than what we've seen the last couple of years, Scotty.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I absolutely love watching Flatland. It is so rare in BMX. Like, out of all the BMX disciplines, this is definitely the rarest one. And what's crazy about it is this is like the most easy obtainable one, right? It's Flatland. There is no ramps here. There is nothing that you have to build except for a flat surface. And what these guys do on these bikes, every single one of them ride completely different than one another, and the tricks are going to be mind-blowing.
Well, let's talk about some of our top stories here. You've got a couple of riders here in Yu Katagiri and Kyle Hayakawa, the future of the sport, Scotty.
Just technicians, and the balance is going to blow your minds. And honestly, me as a lifelong BMX rider, when I see these guys ride their bikes, it doesn't make sense to me that somebody can physically do this on it. So I'm just so excited to see how this format plays out today. This is going to be one heck of a ride.
All right, so this one gets a little interesting here. There's 9 athletes total. We break them up into 3 battles, if you will. So basically, each one of these battles, 3 groups of 3, they're going to get a 7-minute jam. So each one of their attempts, you only have 40 seconds. So you get out there, you do your best link in 40 seconds, and then the next person comes out, and that will rotate in that order for the entirety of 7 minutes. Out of that, only 2 are going to move on into the semifinal round. So that's what's at stake here in this opening round. You just want to be the top 2 getting out of one of these opening brackets going into the semis. Now, it's not overall impression. It's the top 2 standouts in the heat, but they're looking for the best 40-second link that you put together in that 7 minutes.
That was a lot right there, but I think when this plays out, it's going to be very easy to understand because it's going to be almost like a breakdance battle. These guys are going to be taking turns back and forth. The style is it's going to be pretty clear and obvious between every one of these guys that they're so much different than one another. You are not going to see pretty much any tricks that are duplicated between each of these guys. They're all different styles, all different approaches. This is going to be really cool.
So here we are in Battle A. We've got Kyo Hayakawa from Japan, Matthias Dandois from Paris, France, and Yu Katagiri also from Japan. So Kyo is a Flatland gold medalist. He took the gold here at X Games Chiba in 2022. So again, what's going to be key here, it's not about the overall impression. It's not how well you do in that 7 minutes. We'll have to see when this first one unfolds how many different attempts they're going to get at it. So it's only 40 seconds at a time. Also, if you dab a foot, that'll end. So it doesn't just go 40 seconds flat. If you dab a foot, that's the end of that link, and then it moves on to the next competitor.
This is going to be crazy. Jimmy, there was a trick that he did. I've never seen anything like it before. And if we see this today, I was trying to describe it to my brother, but you can see how he put his foot down right there, right in the start. So that was like super short-lived, but we'll get to that trick, and we'll just talk about Matthias right now as he gets going.
So Matthias Dandois, he has a bronze medal in this event. He got his bronze in 2023. Also in Chiba, had to settle for 4th in 2024.
Wow, so yeah, Matthias is a rider that I've spent a lot of time with over the years. We were on vans together for a long time, and we got to tour around, and I actually had to do demos with him, like in front of schools. And I would have to do it on flat ground stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, just go ride with Matthias. I was like, yeah, are you kidding me? Like, I can't do anything like this. Like, and he makes it look so easy, and he can land this stuff like all the time. How sick was that though, right there? Got his hands off and everything. So
look how fired up he was at the end of that one. So he'll step back. We'll turn it over to Yu Katagiri. Flatland gold from X Games Chiba 2023. A breakless rider
Wow, look at how he transitioned up onto the pedal like that. And look how he's controlling himself, pumping around. This is insane. It looks like magic when you see it happening. Wow, and then to be able to drop it right into like a regular, like a circle manual.
Saved it. That's not touching down. So there's the buzzer. So minute and a half gone, 5.5 to go. We go back up to Keo again. Remember,
this could be it right here, Jimmy.
Not overall impression. It is your best link that you're able to put together. Cross-footed here. Oh, and he hits a step off.
So he gets into one of those blenders when he does this trick that I saw that blew my mind. I'm going to call it out when it happens, Jimmy. It's something I've never seen before. It doesn't physically look possible.
So the second link here for your 10-time BMX Flatland world champion, France's Matthias Dandois.
Oh, I love this trick. You see how he's standing on the seat right there.
And he's
pumping around, yes. Oh, he put his foot down right there at the end.
Yeah, again, if you dab that foot, that'll end the link. So when you're looking at that 40-second link clock right there, if the foot dabs, the judges will flag you. You got to get out of the way, and the next rider comes in as we take our second look here at Yu Katagiri. So we're coming up on the 4.5-minute mark. Gets the bike upside down.
Watch the transitions.
Back vertical on that pedal.
Look at how he just, to transition the bike like that, and it's a complete different momentum change and where he's popping into. And then look at how he's going from standing still, and look at all the momentum he has. Oh my goodness, that was almost perfect.
Not able to reel that one in. So we're working our way towards the 4-minute mark here. Keo Hayakawa back in. He's the youngest athlete on the roster at X Games Chiba in 2022. He's 20 years old.
Look at, see how he's got the legs crossed, just like you pointed out before. And he's scratching right there. Oh my goodness, right at the edge too.
Also, when he got that gold medal in 2022, he got in off the alternate list. He got in because Jean-William Provost tested positive for COVID when he arrived at the airport in Tokyo.
That was the trick. If you ever see a slow-mo of that trick, his foot is facing complete 180 when he spins off the top of the head tube. I don't know how his foot doesn't like end up getting like injured. It's insane. Look at that, reaching down, grabbing the fork.
Steps right out of that into another back tire variation.
And he still has 24 seconds, so he has time to get a good link right here.
Pops it around to the front.
Over the top of the hat and everything.
Yeah. I thought he was going to reach down and scoop that thing up, but just decided to roll over it.
Oh, look at that.
How does he end up cross-footed over the top tube and ends that one with a bang with the buzzer, and he plays it up to the crowd as well.
So I'll tell you what, for the 7 minutes for the 3 riders, like, you know, we're already down to, it does, yeah, we're already down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
You know, it's crazy to think that back in the day, it used to be this, you used to get 2 or 3 runs and they were like 1.5 minutes long, and you just had to get out there by yourself and just do this for 90 seconds to 2 full minutes.
That is true.
I definitely enjoyed the jam session much more nowadays.
Yeah, I think the riders would agree as well. Oh, so close. Love his style. And like I was saying earlier, everybody has a different style, a different approach.
So we're working our way towards 2 minutes here. We're on attempt to number 4.
Oh, wow.
Cross-footed.
Yeah.
Again, with the bike upside down.
Stepping back. Oh, how cool is that? It's so technical. Me and my brother, we just watch Flatland videos, and we sit here, and it's just like we're watching a whole different language of BMX that we grew up like riding. It's beautiful. It really is.
So we're coming up on 90 seconds left to go. Hard to believe. 2003, you got to go back to the first year X Games was in LA. That was the last time Flatland was contested until 2022 when it got brought back for X Games Chiba that year. So that's how lengthy of a gap it was, 19 years.
Oh, it's crazy. And 2003 was actually my first X Games, and I do remember seeing it there.
Do you remember who won Flatland in 2003? Were you watching?
Yes, yeah. It was, I'm going blank right now, Australian rider.
Simon O'Brien, you nailed it.
There we go.
And for the first 6 years, it was the battle between Trevor Meyer and Marty Cuopa.
Yeah.
Trevor got the first 3, 97, 98, 99. Marty got 2000, 2001, and 2002.
Look at how he is getting that momentum, going from those tight circles all the way to. Look at the speed, and look at the balance he's in. Like that doesn't seem possible to do. Oh my!
That
he did
was
it.
a heck of a way to end that link.
With only 30 seconds left, too, right?
Well, I'm going to imagine that if there's time and we get back into it, that they'll let all three of these guys take their last link here. We will have to see how that plays out. This is a brand new format for us here.
So it's a different approach that he's done. And look at how he steps up onto it. Into that blender right there. No hands.
No-handed.
Oh, and then look at his foot stays on, pointing the other direction.
How did he step out of that? Did you see how casual that was to get back to the pedals and just...
And he initiates that
impressive.
with his hands off and just spins he uses his hands to spin his body to dismount off of it.
Okay, so they are going to let him run up and get the same amount of links here. So with the time, overall time clock, 7 minutes has expired. So with Matthias coming out here, that means he'll get one more shot here, and then Yu Katagiri. And remember, it's the top two. You won't see scores. It's just a ranking. The judges are going to decide which two riders are going to move on into that semi.
Yeah, Matthias has had a great showing so far. He's got a couple different links that he is super psyched on. Look at this one, completely different than he's done in the other ones as well. He is so good at spinning. He's got such an ability to be able to tighten up his spins and get so locked in. It's amazing to see.
Crazy to watch when the way that they just lean in and the bike's up against one of your legs and take the hands off in the middle of a spin like that.
Yeah. Because like what they do is they'll get their pedal, they'll lock it in behind their calf, or even they'll go to their seat. It's so cool. It's so intricate. There's so many little things that play into them being able to get these tricks.
That may be it for this first heat here. The way that they're lining up, that tells me that is the case here. Take a look back at Matthias Dandois highlights here.
Yeah, you know, I was saying earlier, you could see the pedal was just locked in behind his cap right there to be able to lock in and be able to get that spin. You know, watch these transitions. Like, look at that. The way he was able to spin the bike, step up, and get that momentum going.
Look at the pump.
It's unreal. It doesn't seem possible. It really doesn't. And just completely different style from each three of these riders. Complete different approach to riding. And here we go. Let's see if we can watch this leg staying on the pedal. Watch that right foot. Staying on there, going back.
That hurts my ankle just to watch that.
He's done it multiple times too,
wow.
man. Like, it's amazing. This is just... I wish that I had the patience growing up and I focused on this, because this is beautiful. It really is.
I mean, to get to this level, you have to spend a lot of time in a parking garage or an empty parking lot somewhere, and these guys are such dedicated riders. I mean, this is day in and day out, hour after hour after hour on end.
Yeah, and the tricks, you know, there's basic tricks that you could start from, but none of these guys are doing anything basic anymore, and it's different than one another. It's completely different than one another, and we're going to be saying that every single jam session.
That's the so it's Yu Katagiri and Kyo Hayakawa that are going to advance here. So Matthias Dandois is not going to make it out of this heat. So Flatland Battle A in the books. We've got Group B and Group C. So the key here in this opening round, only the top two from each heat here will move on, and then from there we'll have 2 more heats of 3. And then when we get to the final heat, it's only 3. So when those 3 guys make it into that last bracket, they know that all of them are getting a medal. It's just a determination of what color medal they're going to get.
Which one is it going to be? But man, we got some legends in this heat coming up.
Alex Jumelin, 47 years old. You got Vicky Gomez from Luxembourg at 44 years old. And then Jean-William Provost from Montreal at 38. So to your point with the legends, this one's a pretty stacked heat right here.
Yeah, like in the having Vicky and having Alex Jumelin like me, I had a long BMX career, and before I was a professional, I would see these guys in the magazines. So like, it's amazing to see them still doing it and still progressing, still pushing the sport that they love. It's unreal.
Well, you want to go back to Alex Jumelin? He goes back to 1998. That was the San Diego years. That was the
Those were your years,
the last
right?
San Diego year. So that was the first time he competed in Flatland.
Don't you go back to 1998?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Finished 11th place there, 99 in SF. He was there in 2000, the 2 Philly years as well. So an 11th, 9th, 7th, a 10th, and a 7th for him. And then he got a silver in Chiba in 2022. And he starts us off here in bracket B.
Yeah, and his style has changed over the years. He completely evolved. He is such a technical rider with so many intricate spins. You know, he rides no brakes now at all. I believe there's like 3 riders that are riding from brakes in this competition. I think that's what it was. The rest of the guys are going to be brakeless. But you can see already, compared to what we saw in the first heat, completely different approach, a different balance, a different style of riding the bike.
So again, it's a total 7-minute jam session here. They stay in the same order.
Wow, to flick the bike like that twice and keep it going consistently is so impressive. Oh, that was so sick to be able to hit that. Like, that was insane to be able to hit that. He's holding the handlebar, doing like a bike flip, almost like a tail whip at the same time, and to be able to catch it, that was so impressive.
Okay, Jean-William Provost, look at the speed that he came in to start this link off, and look at the rotation.
Goodness, I love watching him ride. His style is so sick. It's so aggressive, but so smooth. Look at that, transferring the bike around right there at the end.
So for those of you just joining us, this is our second bracket out of 3 here, the opening round of BMX Flatland. Top 2 riders from each bracket move on into the semifinal round. 7-minute jam session. Each one of these runs 40 seconds in length, or if you dab a foot or come off the bike, that will end your link. So that'll do it for Alex Jumelin. We turn our attention back to Vicky Gomez here as we are at the 5-minute mark.
Oh wow, transferring over. Now, one thing I want to point out about Vicky Gomez, like you can see his momentum. He keeps everything nice and slow moving. There's guys that do big open speed, you know, they're going around, but his stuff is so controlled and so tight. Wow, another one pulled right there.
We were talking
Perfect
about Alex
showing so far.
Jumelin going dating back in the Flatland history books. Vicky Gomez is out there in Flatland in 2003, the last year we had it in LA, where he finished 5th there, as we bring back in Jean-William Provost.
Oof, so right there stepping off. He's got plenty of time on the clock though. And that's a good thing, is right? Because it's your best 40 seconds, so.
It's from Montreal. I should correct myself and call him Prévost.
Stepping off right there. So Vicky has had 2 full pulls so far. And every start has been different, his approach onto it. Crossing up, you can see transferring back over to crossing again.
So when you see them step off here, it's not an issue, because again, they're looking for your best out of every attempt that you had out there. So it's your best link in that 40 seconds, or the best 40 seconds, I should say.
Look at the transitions. It's always body, bike, as he keeps the momentum rolling. Oh, so clean. Oh, right there at the
step off as well. So we're coming down to 3 minutes here.
Okay, we're
3 minutes and some
at the
change.
halfway,
we're at 3:10.
Right? Just a little bit.
Okay,
a little bit
Alex
past the
Jumelin
halfway.
teaches
So watch
flatline
the
riding.
intricacy of how he transitions. He starts spinning around, right? The tight corners. He like gets the bike to tighten up the spin, and then he transfers that momentum to carry on.
Oh.
Both feet on.
How does he end that one?
Oh, that was sick.
So there you go, buzzer for him. bring back in Vicky Gomez as we come up to 240 and counting down. Onto the pegs, onto the front wheel, and then cross-footed.
Yeah, so that's what he was doing on the last one. So he crosses in, crosses out, and then crosses again. All right, we need to get this one. Want to see him be able to get this line. Like I was saying, watch. It's like a flick, right? The momentum changes. Body bike, body bike.
Gets into it. Big spin and slings that one home.
Wow.
Great run there for Link for Jean-William Prévost.
That's a smile of relief right there. Oh, I love that. Going for the nose, stopping the momentum, and then hopping back into a nose 360.
We'll see. It's minute 44 to go. Do we get another round of links for these guys? We'll see.
It all depends.
Vicky Gomez back in.
See, crossing and then out and then recrossing again. The bike was traveling the same momentum, but the body changed.
Those are always mind-boggling to me when they get into these cross-footed combos and get out, back in, and get back out again.
Yeah, and it's, if you stare at what they do with their feet, it's such intricate stuff. Like, it needs to be in the perfect spot, but wow, this link right here is so clean. Oh,
couple of seconds left,
wow,
and they'll bring that one around. So only the top two out of this bracket will move on, and then we have one more bracket to go here in the opening round. We're under a minute.
Oh, right up to the pedal. See how he's bringing that momentum all the way around the outside, similar to how you actually did. He was doing a similar trick like that.
Okay, so with 35 seconds left, there was the horn for him. So Alex Jumelin going to get back out there. So try to finish strong here.
Look at that balance, stationary, keep rotating around.
It just keeps going and going and going.
A completely different approach. I'm saying that every one of these riders have their own unique touch to this sport.
So there was a little bit of time left, so they're going to let Vicky Gomez get back out there. Attempt number 6 for these guys. I mean, the hits come quick at her. You're looking at the clock and you're thinking, all right, 7 minutes, but it's actually going really, really quick.
Really quick, yeah. Way quicker than I imagined it to be.
I mean, let's be real. You've done enough shows with some of these guys over the years. I mean, these guys can get out there and go nonstop for probably 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and especially their style of stuff too, like keeping the momentum, that carries it as well. So, but Vicky has done so many unique links so far in this competition today. It's been really amazing to see it. What an awesome showing.
So it looks like, based off what we just saw here and what we saw out of that first bracket, when the 7 minute runs out, that's it. They don't run out the run order. So if there's time on the clock and they let you get in and you start that link, you get to finish. But then after that 7 minutes is gone, it's lights out.
Yeah, so it's like luck of the draw right there. Some replays, you guys get to see some slow-mo stuff and just really focus on the footing here. I think that's gonna really make you appreciate all the intricate things that these riders are doing. Even his slow-mos look like they're fast motion. It's wild.
The speed and intensity that Jean-William Prévost had throughout this entire 7 minutes. I mean, especially that first one. The first time that we saw him come out, the way that he launched into that first link was impressive.
Absolutely, just so much power in his riding. It really is. And the control of Vicky Gomez, that was a really fun heat to watch. And look at the balance, just spinning back and forth, you know, in that circle, and just he keeps on correcting himself just to realign the balance.
Just purely muscling that one around. Oh, so the Canadian does not get in. So it's Vicky Gomez and Alex Jumelin that are going to advance here from this round. So
wow,
he got
that's
a
amazing
silver medal
see.
in 2023 in Chiba, so he is not going to advance here. So Alex Jumelin and Vicky Gomez will move on here in that second bracket, so they will join the likes of Yu Katagiri and Kiyo Hayakawa. Then we have one more bracket to go. Moto Sasaki, Terry Adams, and Yohei Uchino.
This is going to be a fun
Uchi
one.
for short. You've got a bronze medalist in Moto Sasaki from X Games Chiba 2022. You've got a legend in Terry Adams with 3 prior Flatland appearances. His first one goes all the way back to 2002, the last year X Games was in Philadelphia, and he's got a 2003 LA appearance, and then 2022 in Chiba where he finished 5th. And then Uchi, both of his X Games appearances were here in Japan, 22 and 23 in Chiba, and both times he was an 8th place finish. So we do it all over again. 7 minutes on the clock. We'll start when the first rider starts their link, that being Moto Sasaki at 40 years old. Each one of these links, 40 seconds in length. It's not overall impression, it's your best 40 seconds. It's the best attempt the judges like the most out of everything you do in the span of 7 minutes. Top 2 move on to the semifinal round.
Terry Adams is a legend in Flatland.
North Cup Flatlander of the Year in 05, 08, and 2020.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, how he drops down to the pegs. That is the classic Terry Adams right there. Adjusting the pedals right there to get them where he wanted. Wow. Classic Terry Adams.
So now we take our first look at Yohei Uchino.
Look at this. I was watching this in practice. I couldn't believe his control doing those backwards manuals, and he gets into these intricate
Just
links.
switched up the foot. The first chunk of that was all rolling backwards.
It's so
And
wild.
then look how fast he gets going the opposite direction.
See what he does out. Look at that. And he, look at
Look
see
how
how
he
he's walking
pumps.
in stationary right there?
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
That was mind-blowing.
I was watching all the BMX street riders watching him do that. They were just like, how? Doesn't make sense.
All right, so we go back up to the top of the order here. Just under 5.5 minutes left to go. This is his 3rd X Games appearance, Moto Sasaki. And we quickly move back into Terry Adams from Hammond, Louisiana.
Yeah, he invited me to New Orleans to go to the Voodoo Jam, and it was one of my favorite BMX experiences. Like, it was epic to see a flatland competition in that kind of format where everybody's just surrounding. The energy was insane, and this is so similar to it. Ooh, transferring over.
To jump over to the front pegs like that. Cross-footed and back with the bars backwards as well.
And you can see Terry rides from brakes. A lot of the guys are brakeless nowadays. He is one of the last ones keeping them on there, and that's his style.
Got a little bit of a slower tempo, but that works for him. Gives him a unique signature to his trick. So Uchi dabbing a foot there, so that'll cut that link short. So we're just under 4.5.
Oh.
Uchi back in. Again with the dabs. Not an issue. Again, it's your best 40 seconds that you string together is what the judges are looking for.
Yeah, so Moto keeps on. As soon as he's going into that spin, he's got to get past that part right there. Oh, look at that. See how he's like so slow, and the control it takes for that. It's the patience, the control, unbelievable. Wow. Amazing.
That was a
Amazing
crazy
to
looking
see.
combination to the end of that one. I'm digging the X Games neon sign right there they've got on the edge of the flatland zone.
Oh, the start right there just went away. Let's see what he does with this one. Oh, he gets a full 360 jumping back onto the pegs.
And then ends up cross-footed again. The 41-year-old is visibly excited there, and rightly so.
Here we go, here we go. Come on, he's right there.
Holding onto the seat, onto the front pegs. We're just under 2.5 minutes. Cross-footed, gets back around.
Yes!
And back to the pass.
You know he was like, I need to get past this first part, and I'm going to be able to get this. I'm so happy for him.
So 2 minutes left to go.
So it seems like Uchi is passing his attempts or
Yeah,
something,
well, I have to
right?
say, we're just down to 2. It's just been
Yeah, we're just
Terry
going
and Moto.
back
I
and
just
forth.
realized that. I was like, wait a minute, we've seen a lot of these two guys. Like,
Yeah, I
Uchi
wonder
hasn't gone in
why.
a couple of rounds.
Maybe there's some strategy in this Flatland jam.
There he is.
Wow.
Like, I didn't hear a tire pop or anything, so I'm pretty sure there wasn't a
Yeah.
flat going on. But, yeah, to your point, maybe
Oh,
strategy.
my goodness. Did you see those guys on the
I
edge
was just
right
saying,
there?
watch out when you're in the front row. It's a great place to watch, but
Yeah,
you don't want to get a
he's
peg in
spinning
the
like
grill.
that. Wow.
Okay, we're at 1:15 to go here. This is our last bracket. Top 2 will move on. No scores, live ranking. See who goes on to the semifinal. What's going to happen here? He's setting up for something here, Scotty.
Oh, yeah. I'm so curious to see if he's going to do something real.
Oh, to the back pegs.
To go from the front, to bring the front or the back wheel past your body to do it. Oh, I think they
So
just
he's going to go.
said,
No one
yeah,
else wants to go. So
I
it
think
looks
they
like
said
Moto
go for it, yeah.
And Uchi just waved it off, so they're going to let Terry take another one.
Because, I mean, that's the style, right? If you know, all right, I have one link I want to do. Moto got his link. He did it. So let's see if he can transfer
Let's try this one
over.
again. It looks like he is. He's setting up for that one again. Oh, come on. Defies the laws of balance.
Yeah, and then getting the momentum to keep going. So cool to see. But amazing gets to finish this one out, man. Really happy for Terry Adams.
So there's still time.
And what's so cool about Flatland too, it's such a tight-knit community. All these guys, so much love, so much respect for one another.
So Moto managed to get back out there for one more before the 7-minute time clock elapsed. But there was an interesting point there. So like you said, I mean, if you've got your link that you want to do and you get it done, they're looking for the best one. So you don't necessarily need to go through and keep going time and time again. So we'll see how this pays off for these gents.
Yeah, so
Only
it's
the
definitely a
top
different
2.
strategy compared to the other heats. But some replays, I love the slow-mos. We get to really study what's happening. But look at that stationary just pumping around. So amazing. There's Rim right there cheering him on. It's Terry Adams. Wow, so complicated. Transferring over and then spinning the bars at the end right there. And this is where he had to get past to be able to get that link. And you knew it right there. He was like, finally.
So now we go with the reveal. So it's going to be Uchi and Moto Sasaki. So Terry Adams, after all of that, does not advance into the semifinal round. So the opening round brackets are in the books. We've narrowed the field to 6. We'll take a quick break. When we come back to Osaka, we'll have the Flatland semifinal matchups. Welcome back, everyone. X Games Osaka 2025 here inside the Kyocera Dome. A new home for X Games Japan here inside Osaka for this season. We are in the BMX Flatland semifinal. We had 9 riders to start it off in the opening round, 3 brackets of 3. Only the top 2 from each bracket move on, so now we have 2 heats of 3 here in the semifinal round, and out of this, only the 3 best move on into that final bracket, the battle bracket, if you will, to determine who is going to leave Osaka with a gold medal. Kiyo Hayakawa, Vicky Gomez, and Moto Sasaki will be the first bracket we see. Jimmy Coleman here with Scotty Kramer, and well, Scotty, it's 7-minute jam sessions here. And basically, it's your best link. You get 40-second runs in the entirety of the 7 minutes. You go in that order, Kiyo, Vicky, and Moto, and the judges are looking for the best link that you put together throughout the entire 7-minute jam session that's hopefully going to put you in that final bracket.
Yeah, and we've seen some different strategy throughout this competition so far. There's some guys that are bringing their whole trick list out here and trying to see what they can throw out there and see what sticks. And some people have one link that they're determined to bring out there, their best one, hoping that that's going to be the one. So we're going to see how these riders go into this next semifinal and see what they bring up, if they're going to try something different than the first heat, if they're going to try to up it yet, or maybe if they're just going to try to save something for finals too. So this is going to be really interesting, but I can promise you this is going to be wild to watch.
It's such an insane discipline too. So if you're watching this and you're fairly new to Flatland, maybe you caught one of these the last few years at X Games Japan, it's so technical, it's so artistic. I mean, these riders put in so much time in parking garages and parking lots, and just, I mean, you're out there and you're just by yourself and listening to music, and just, I mean, basically you go out there and it's not just a trick, it's a series of tricks that you creatively combine together and do it in your own unique way. And the idea is, no matter what crazy position that you get into or what kind of spin you get into on that bike, you want to get the tires back on the ground, feet back on the pedals, and ride away without touching a foot.
Yeah, and everything that they're doing is original. Like, none of these guys are really like taking tricks from each other. They might get inspired, but the tricks that they're doing, like their best versions of them, they're always unique. They're always one-off. It's something that they come up with that pushed BMX that much further.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, it's not like, okay, it's a set trick. Like, everyone puts their own spin, pun intended, on things when it comes to Flatland here, and it's just so unique, and like I said, it's art, and the way that someone looks at it and their approach, and you don't need ramps, you don't need a skate park, you just need a flat level space and some music and your own creativity, and you're off to the races. As we started off here with our first semi-final bracket. Again, 7 minutes on the overall clock. The individual runs are 40 seconds in length.
And more of the same right here. He went into the dismount too when he leaves his foot on the pedal, spinning backwards. I love that he's going for that like every single time there.
So we've taken first look here at Vicky Gomez. The clock hasn't started yet. It should have started when Kiyo started in there. So we'll see. There we go. So we'll get scoring and timing to adjust that one there. So grew up in Madrid, Spain, but he calls Luxembourg his home these days. Vicky Gomez, 4 prior X Games appearances.
Did you see that, Jimmy? He's able to spin the bike, but it's one thing to spin it, but to be able to spin it and to carry momentum, landing on the wheel, and to glide out of it is insane. So cool.
He was looking up, he's like, I still got time, could I put one more in there? But I guess once you come out of that link and you get back wheels up riding away, I guess they call that one, because you can see the gentleman with the clipboard there. He appears to be the steward of the rules here in Flatland. Nobody's going yet. The clock continues to run.
I was just going to say.
It didn't start right away. I don't know if there's a conversation going on about that right now, but when Kiyo Hayakawa, the clock didn't start until we saw Vicky Gomez take his first run, and Moto Sasaka hasn't gone out there yet. So maybe because the clock didn't start on Kiyo's run that they're going to re-rack this? Maybe not. Here comes Moto Sasaka. He has a bronze medal in this event from X Games Chiba in 2022, the first time Flatland returned to the X Games since 2003.
Ooh.
Oh, now they've restarted the clock.
It's a little deja vu from this heat right here. But the truth is,
okay.
I ain't going to complain. If these guys get some extra time to get out there, to be able to get it ironed out, and we'll see the best, we'll see them get to bring their best.
All right, so they restarted the clock, just shuffled up the order a little bit.
He just went from the top of the bike, spun out, all the way dropping to the back peg, working his way up again. Signature dismount right there as well.
So this will, since they restarted the clock, this is technically going to be the first attempt now for Vicky Gomez, even though we saw him take a run already. Has to step off there, so there's the horn, so.
Better to do it early like that to get some more time to be able to get your dream link. Hopefully get yourself to the final.
You just need the one.
Oh, he's got it. He did it.
No. Over the bars.
He's been trying to get that one. It is so complicated. He's just got to finish strong here.
That leg dangling off the frame comes around. He catches it by the seat, dips it
Look
forward.
at this.
That
He's
left bar and just scraping the deck.
Oh my goodness, he
Over the
did
top,
it.
too.
He did
Wow.
it. Oh, wow. That was amazing.
Finished second October last year in the Japanese Championships. Just built a new house in Chiba. 2022, he is a Chiba local.
Look at this. This is a whole different start than he's done so far. Oh.
Yeah, he said, no, put the hand up. But again, when you get back up, right side up, they will flag you and put the buzzer on. So that'll open the door here for Vicky Gomez. Getting into the rotation.
Love how smooth the control. Just the confidence. It looks like he's been doing this his whole life. And the truth is, he has.
That was so smooth,
Yeah.
so fluid, that transition there.
It's just perfection. Like it's somebody who has mastered his craft.
Oh,
Beautiful, beautiful right there, and to land
Wow.
and keep rolling. Remember when he kicked the bike around last time? The bike landed like on its side. That time he kept momentum rolling. The tires up.
See your BMX Park gold medalist Rim Nakamura standing there on the side of the stage and showing his appreciation for that run. So Moto gonna step off, so we bring back in Kiyo Hayakawa.
Yeah, so starting things off with like a flat 3 into like a manual. But look at then switching over, going into that blender. Oh no.
Just spun out of that one a little too quick. We're just under 4 minutes. This is semifinal number 1 out of 2 between these 6 riders that have emerged into the semis. Only the top 3 go into the battle bracket to determine our medals here in Osaka.
Oh,
Vicky just getting cross-footed and has to step off of that one.
we're about to
Lots
hit
of
the
time
halfway
left.
mark right now.
You just need the one. It's not about how many links you put together here. You just need the one. It's that one standout the judges are looking for out of everything you're able to do here.
Yeah, and they've all got something that has been so impressive as well. So, you know, at this point, the judges do have their work cut out for them, and it's really important to figure out who is going to be the one that gets, who's going to be able to get to move on.
But to me, versus overall impression, like, you get the opportunity. You have the ability to take these chances.
That is true.
Gomez cross-footed, switching around on the front pegs. Back to cross-footed again.
Yeah, to keep that momentum carrying and to be able to completely spin 360 degrees, you know, crossing your legs. So impressive without like getting like hitting the tire and messing up your rotation. Oh, and look at that, it didn't touch anything. No seat, no handlebar on the ground. Oh, I love that.
Swings
So
that
clean.
one home. Just under 2.5 to go. Yeah, if you're looking at overall impression and you're thinking about everything you do in the span of a jam session, you're thinking about, okay, how many times do I touch down and you know, maybe tend to play it safe a little bit when they're just looking at one link. It affords you the opportunity to go out here and put forth the most difficult thing that you could try to dream up.
Oh, he's got it. He just dropped into it. The momentum is perfect, spinning around. Stepping back up. I love how he works his way up, right? He's into the blender and then coming out of it, going back into it.
Watch.
This could be his dream one right here.
He did this earlier. Watch that 1 foot when he gets back on. He didn't do it this time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, when he unwinds, it's like
his foot was almost completely backwards as he was trying to step back around. Under 90 seconds to go here. Semifinal bracket 1 of 2.
Oh, that was a quick one. That was the first time, like, out of all of Vicky's attempts that he's got off straight away. Oh, bummer. Almost at that minute mark right here.
Well, what's going to happen now? Keo's going to get one more. And then with 40 seconds being the max time, there'll still be time. So Vicky's going to get one more attempt. Because if you get out there and you get into a link before the jam session clock expires, you're allowed to finish that.
How did he just transfer into, he had no momentum, but he was able to get the bike to travel forward.
The spin. There it was. That was what I was talking about the last run with the foot.
He gives himself like a spiral fracture, like almost every single time he gets off the bike.
All right, so with 22 seconds left to go, Vicky's going to get back in. If he completes a link here, this will wrap it up. If he steps off, that'll give Moto Sasaki one more attempt if there's time left on that clock. Cross-footed on the front tire.
Oh, no.
So he steps off, there's time. Moto gets out there, so the way this is unfolded in those, he waves it off.
Yeah.
The way it worked in the opening brackets, if there was time and you got out there, they let you finish it out. And he had 4 seconds, but he instantly waved it off.
I mean, he had a great showing. That one link that he had was so epic.
So in the opening rounds, it was the top 2 out of each heat to get a 6 here in the semis. Let's take a look at some highlights here of our first semifinal bracket.
And look at this. I love how he tightens up like that. Gets the spin going. The bike was so steep when it started out. Everything is just so complicated, so intricate in this. I am obsessed with Flatland BMX.
Oh, that one was insane.
So clean. But who is going to be able to move on? That is the real question.
So it was the top 2 out of each of those opening brackets to narrow it down to 6. And I'm imagining it's the top standout from each bracket here in the semis, plus whoever the judges feel was the next best ranked person of the remaining 4. Again, there's no scores.
Super important to see who is able to get out of this right now, because the other 2 riders, they're going to be having to wait and see if their riding was good enough compared to the next 2 riders that aren't going to qualify straight out of the final, into the final.
Yeah, so that next group, they're also going to get a 7-minute run at it. So it's Moto Sasaki who's going to move on. For now, so Keo and Vicky, they're not out yet. Wow, he can't believe. This is a guy who waved off his last attempt. There was still some time. He just waved it off. You could see the emotion.
Wow.
So what that means, he knows right now he's going to get a medal. And the reason for that being, there's only 3 people that are going to be in that final bracket. So he knows he's getting a medal. He's already got one. He's got a bronze from 2023. So now the other 2 are going to have to sit and wait, because it's the top ranked rider out of semifinal B. And then the judges have to talk it over and decide, okay, of the 4 remaining, who are we giving that 3rd and final spot to, what we call the battle bracket for 7 minutes. So here you've got Alex Jumelin, Yu Katagiri, and Yohei Uchino.
Oh, this is a stacked heat right here. This is going to be fun to watch.
The reaction on Moto's face when he saw his name on the top of that bracket.
Oh, it was so cool.
Said it all. The elder statesman in the group here at 47 years old. There's Alex Jumelin on your left. Again, competed his first X Games back in 1998. No athlete at X Games Osaka has a longer timeline in the history of the brand.
Oh man, I tell you what, for somebody who has been riding that long, he's got such like youth in his energy.
He's still going. He still does shows. He teaches a flatland riding school at Feast Flat Academy in Montpellier. He's a busy dude. So he's going to start us off here. So again, once he gets going, I think he's waiting to get the all clear like me. I start this. So as soon as he goes into his first trick, there's the okay from the sports and comp staff. Clock starts. We are underway with Alex Jumelin, semifinal bracket number 2.
He is always switching back and forth between the peg. Oh, both feet on the tire.
Just has to step off of that one. That's okay though. 7 minutes again. Remember, judges looking at your best 40 seconds out there out of the total 7 minutes. We bring in Yu Katagiri for his first run here in the semifinal.
Wow. I love it. I'm obsessed with the way he transitions from that tight circle into the long loop and glide.
Just crazy to watch how he just kicks out that right leg to keep the pump, keep the momentum going into that spin. Here comes Yohei Uchino from Tokyo, 42 years old. This is his third X Games appearance. 2012 BMX Rider, BMX Nora Cup Award.
Look at that. Oh, that was when he was starting to do the pumping, gliding backwards like that with both feet on the pedals too. It's nuts.
Okay, Alex Jumelin back in. Has to step off early on that one, so has yet to complete a 40-second link. We quickly move back into Yu Katagiri.
Wow. I just can't believe he could do that transition consistently.
There's that pump again.
To the pedal when he's standing vertical like that. Like
speed he generates out of that.
Yeah, and the surface area that he's touching is like, it's just straight down. It's nuts.
Just right in the next
he did it.
Swings that one back to the pedals. Under 5 minutes.
Oh. See if Jumelin can get one on the board here.
He needs to put one in the books here. Remember, you just need the one.
Oh, bummer.
That one's not going to work in round 3s. So we're just under 4.5 to go here. Our second and final semifinal bracket.
Oh my.
Wow.
He literally was holding himself up above the bike, no feet on it as he's spinning. Oh my God. Like, and that's the thing, when you get a length like he did earlier, just before, now you can start pushing it. You can start trying to do some things that are going to challenge you.
Just under 4 minutes. No. Uchi has to step off as well. So Alex Jumelin has yet to complete.
But he's been close, so he looks like he's
here.
got some good momentum. He's at that one point though. Both times when he's stepping with both feet on the tires, it looks like things are getting a little
too far over the bars and has to dump that one over. So under 3.5.
Yeah, under halfway. So I'm excited about this one. I want you guys to focus on his feet. They're going to be dangling right now. See that? Oh my goodness.
To get into that position, you don't have your feet on the bike. Just with your forearms in your hands to propel that around.
Oh, Uchi's locked in right now.
Back wheel.
Oh,
spin this one
there's
out.
the tight one.
Finish
Oh,
it
he's
off?
got it. He's got it.
There you go.
Wow. Oh, that was so clean.
Okay, with 2.5 to go, this is kind of mission critical right now for Alex Jumelin, because he's had a step off in all 4 of his previous attempts here.
There we go. See, both feet were on. Continuing on. Oh.
Hanging on.
Oh, so
again.
close. He's
He'll
so good
get one more, but then
at
that's
doing
going to
that
put him in a
almost
tough
stationary.
spot.
It's just like almost stationary, trying to get that nose 360. All right, here we go again. Let's see if he can get this one with his feet dangling off. Oh,
That's crazy.
it really is.
I want to see it in slow motion.
Like really slow motion, though, so we can really understand all that's going into it. It's so complicated. The balance is just unreal. Here we go again.
Just in one smooth, fluid motion, flips that one around to get the bike upside down.
Yeah, and just carries that momentum, which is so nuts.
Just gliding left foot on the back peg.
Oh.
All right, so just under a minute and a half. So this is go time for Alex Jumelin. It's gonna have to happen here.
So far, so good. Looking really in control. A lot of momentum. Super clean as well.
Okay, back in front.
Yee.
Tried to spin that one around. And, he may get one more. We'll see.
I hope so.
I mean, from what we've seen, again, if there's time still on the clock and it's your turn to go and they wave you on, it counts. There he goes. This is going to be the one.
Oh, no.
So, okay, with the 40 seconds, well, he just looked up, and so there's 40 seconds left overall, so this could run it out.
Yeah, it depends
If
on how long
Uchi
this
steps
one is,
off
right?
here, that'll give Alex Jumelin one more chance. If he completes a full length here, that'll be it.
All right, he's got momentum.
20 seconds. Oh,
So
with
close.
the fall. That's
Look at
8
Jumelin
seconds,
straight
and
in.
Jumelin knew it, and he got out there
Yeah.
super quick. So
True veteran
Alex
right
Jumelin
there.
is going to round us out, and he's going to get one last attempt. He has not put together a link yet. This is it. Trying to hang on.
Yes.
There you go. When he needed it the most at the very end, he got on to the stage with 8 seconds left to go. And you saw it. As soon as
Yeah.
Uchi went down, he looked up and was like, I got this. I'm in.
He started, like, he officially started his link when he went into it at 2 seconds left on the play clock. Oh, to be a judge in this scenario.
Well, that's what else is key about it. It's like, okay, so if you're not the top person out of this bracket, there's still that third spot that's up for grabs between the 2 guys from the last heat and whoever's left in this heat.
Oh, wow. How do you decide? This is going to be so hard. I'm just glad that everybody got what they wanted to do, though. You know, that's the most important thing, right? You have a game plan where you're coming into this competition. You know what you want to execute. So whether or not it's good enough in the judges' eyes is one thing, you know? But, like, that's what you wanted to do. So just to conquer it, that's a win right there.
How about that pressure? So it's Yu Katagiri who is going to move on here. He's going to join Moto Sasaka. So now, who gets that last spot?
How are we going to figure this out? I'm so curious to see how they were going to decide.
Is it the better of the two between the 2 second place finishers, or is it overall between the final 4? We have to wait and see. We'll see who's getting that last spot in there. So it's going to be Yu Katagiri and Moto Sasaki. So we'll have to see who's going to be the third and final member to go into that bracket. We will find out when we return to Osaka for BMX Flatland.